Come with me to the Wake Me When I'm Free LA exhibit honoring Tupac. Upon entry, there were these huge 3D sculptures of all of his tattoos. There is the famous Thug Life tattoo and the Tupac tattoo. Next up, we were ushered into a room that played a short montage narrated by Tupac, and he talked about how black people's art is undervalued. And in the next part of the exhibit, his mother, Afeni Shakur, was honored. It offered a deep dive about the time she spent as a Black Panther, which was extremely interesting, and it highlighted how she was an amazing writer. The next part spoke about his childhood as the son of a Black Panther and how he was introduced to the arts. And on these little TVs were different pieces of pop culture that influenced him. And now we're entering into his writing room. There were multiple walls, and on the first wall were all of his business ideas. The one that stood out to me the most was the idea he had for a cafe. It would have been called Power Mecca, and the logo was an Ankh. Here's the menu. Next, we were introduced to the poetry corner, and here's the infamous poem he wrote for Jada Pinkett Smith, if you know, you know. The next wall displayed all of his lyrics for different songs. And finally, a wall with all of his notebooks. Then we transitioned to his start in the entertainment industry. Here were some of his outfits that he wore as a background dancer for Digital Underground, a call sheet from the movie Juice, the jacket he wore as Bishop, and a few outtakes from the movie. Side note, Tupac was very fine. Next up was a display honoring poetic justice. There's John Singleton talking about Tupac, rest in peace to the GOAT. And then we transitioned to some of his music, and that was highlighted as well. And each display gave a deep dive into the process of making various albums, which was really cool. Then we got to the part of the exhibit that highlighted his run-ins with the law. At the beginning of the exhibit, Afeni Shakur's writing from jail was highlighted, and in this part, Tupac's writings from jail were highlighted. It was interesting seeing that parallel. And in the next part of the exhibit, it talked about his life as a rapper in LA and the end of his career. There were displays of artwork found in his LA home, some of the outfits that he wore, and low-key back then, Tupac was styling. My favorite part was the display that showed the outfit that he wore to the Grammys for the last time, and it ended with the rose coming from concrete to honor his infamous poem. That was the end. I'll leave you with this quote. 10 out of 10 will go again.